Welcome to White Springs. Or should I say Springville? Welcome to Wandererverse. Today's episode and story is the story 4. Welcome to Megaton. We're gonna pick up some lore here, but right now I'm gonna go get my information on Megaton. Pulling up the information now. Pulling up the info. Okay, if I'm getting this correctly, I'm gonna do this. Megaton. This is a story about Megaton. Look at Megaton. Off, Mr. Robot Dick! Megaton is a fortified settlement in the capital Wasteland in 2277. This shanty town is built around a crater with an undetonated Megaton-class atomic bomb. At its center, after which the town is named. The town of Megaton is protected by large metal walls made from various scavenged materials, primarily the scraps of old pre-war airplanes which were assembled and reforged together several decades ago by the founders of Megaton in an effort to make the town safer, with 28 named inhabitants, 10 unnamed Megaton settlers, and 4 children of the atom. It is surpassed only by Rivet City in terms of population. We'll probably get into that in a future video coming soon. Basically, Megaton is what you call an average city. Speaking of Megaton, let's see, ooh. Fuck me. Oh, man. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll probably edit this out. Okay, so it's numbers. We got that out of the way. Now I'm gonna edit this out. Okay. Now, let's get the Megaton. Now, the Lone Wanderer has come here in search of his father, hoping he's here. I'm pretty sure I'm where I'm supposed to go.
Welcome to Megaton.
Here we are, Megaton. Megaton's crater was first settled by a large group of people who either worshipped the undetonated bomb or sought shelter in Vault 101, but was denied access because the vault dwellers were not allowed to leave or let anyone in as part of the vault experiment. All vaults were never designed to save people. That's a quote, and truthful one. See, so and then it continues. The story of vault of this thing goes like this. Including, okay, so locked out of the vault, these settlers, including Manya Vargas, pretty sure I butchered that name, grandfather simply. Manya Vargas' grandfather simply settled into the crater for protection against dust storms, and after the storms died down, some people began to wander the waste, but would return to the crater to trade their scavenged goods. A generation later, the crater had turned into a full-on trade hub. Vargas' father became wealthy on these caravan routes and eventually convinced others to build the scrap metal wall surrounding the town to repel raiders. Construction on the wall started in the year 2241. Earlier that year, raiders attacked the town, resulting in the death of the 14-year-old Colin Moriarty's. In the death of the 14-year-old Colin Moriarty's father after the raid. Moriarty inherited his father's wealth and his bar, Moriarty Saloon. Pretty sure I butchered that name, but I don't give a because we're gonna have to see that anyways. Pardon my French. Over the course of a couple months, let's just get the in here.
Well, I'll be damned.
And we get to meet here.
101. I ain't seen one of those jumpsuits in a long time. Name's Lucas Sims,
This
town
is Lucas
sheriff,
Sims.
and mayor too, when the need arises. I don't know why, but I like you, boy. Something tells me you're all right. So welcome to Megaton. Just holler if you need something.
Lucas, it says here, in 2277, space is limited in the town, forcing many residents to live in the common house, in the common house, a building that would usually be reserved for meetings and voting. Lucas Sims is the self-appointed town sheriff. Here he is, and does not hesitate to throw anyone out if they cause trouble. On the subject of trouble, Colin Moriarty runs the town saloon and has a less than decent reputation, keeping the drunks drunk and his employees in servitude. Moriarty has a line on everything that happens in Megaton, and it all eventually gets back to him. In early 2277, a gang of raiders occupied nearby Springville Elementary School, intending to tunnel from the school basement into Vault 101. A group led by Boppo, B-O-P-P-O, so say it how you like, staged a raid on Megaton, but the attack was foiled when Boppo was shot in the head and killed by Lucas Sims. The raiders did not leave the area though, choosing to remain at Springvale School in order to dig a tunnel into Vault 101. Their mining operation stopped when they opened a nest of giant ants. The same year Vault 101 would open, and the Lone Wanderer would stop in Megaton in search of their father James, who himself earlier had come through the town during his own exodus. During their time here, the Lone Wanderer would meet Moria Brown, however you pronounce that shit, and start working with her to write the Wasteland Survival Guide. In the years following Lion's Brotherhood victory over the Enclave and recapture of Project Purity, Megaton prospered immensely following the death of Sheriff Lucas Sims. His son Hardin took on the role. Moria Brown published and distributed her Wasteland Survival Guide across the expanse of the American wasteland by way of traveling caravans. By October 10th, 2297, Brown was working on a new book, a compilation of the best and most useful tales of the Lone Wanderer for the next generation. There you go. That was the origin and story of this place.